It is a Wednesday, and that means it's Pet Talk. And look at these little guys. I know. They are so cute this morning, and we have 3 of them up for adoption this morning. So,
all right, where's the third one to go?
The third one is sleeping here. She's tired.
No, I brought 3.
She's tired. But she looks like that one, so if you like it,
yeah, just like
there you go.
It's a little early for her. Okay, so what are we talking about this morning?
Pain and pain management and the signs of pain in pets, because we don't always recognize it. With cats, the most typical sign of pain is having them hide under the bed, just relaxing, hiding somewhere, possibly shivering. With dogs, more likely you're going to have them, you're going to have them come up to you, hold their paw up and say, "Mom, it hurts," you know, limping, those kinds of things. But occasionally, with dogs or with cats, they'll strike out. They will bite, they will claw you, that kind of thing. Really? It's a pain reaction because you may touch them and hurt them without even knowing it if they have a bug bite or something going on.
See, with my dog, you'd never notice. Sophie just goes and she hides, like you said. I mean, she hides. She doesn't let you know she's in pain or anything. So.
The biggest thing is just a behavior change.
That's right.
So anything that is not normal, if you have a dog or a cat that is always in your face, always active, and suddenly is not, or the opposite, if you have one that's usually very sedate, sleeps a lot, and suddenly is pestering you to death, then you're going to want to get something checked out.
So what do you do to help them before you can get to the vet? I mean, maybe the vet's not open at that time. Is there something you can do
Call
to
me.
I mean, is there something to do to calm your pet down?
Calm your pet down. Well, you can check with your vet ahead of time. You can give Benadryl, which is an antihistamine, an over-the-counter
baby dose.
Yeah, you get what you do. You talk to the vet about the dose because it is pretty safe, but it has a really great side effect is it makes them sleepy. So it will calm them down until you can get them to the pet. But certainly if you have something that is obvious, if you have a dog or a cat that is hunching his back, that can be a sign of tummy pain that can be very, very serious, and you don't want to wait. We now, in this area, we have an emergency veterinarian that is open after hours, so don't wait. Don't wait.
You said about the antihistamine. Let me ask this. Is there a certain way, I know you need to talk to your vet before you give your pet any of this, but is there a way to give it to them? Because, I mean, are you talking just the pills, or do you want to give them a liquid? Or
no, usually probably the pills. With cats, it's very difficult to dose them. Cats, I wouldn't mess with giving antihistamines, but with dogs, you can.
Do you need to break it, or?
Depending on the dose.
Peanut butter.
Okay.
A little peanut butter or cheese or something like that.
I mean, a dog my size, magic size, you know, 75, 80-pound dog is it's just going to go in. With these little guys, we had a session we talked about pilling, where you just kind of open up their mouth, you know, a little pinch right there, and just poke it right back there, close the mouth, and stroke the throat, and it's going to go down.
In fact, it's a good thing to work with your animal anyway to get them accustomed to have their
heartworm
mouth
medication,
and
stuff
ears
like that,
and all this sort of thing messed with and handled, so they're relaxed with it, like cutting their toenails, like we need to do now. You know, getting them used to being handled so that you have more of an idea of how they are when they're normal versus when something is amiss.
Right. And if you do have something obvious, like if you think your dog has a sprain or a pulled muscle or something, ice. Ice is one of the best, safest pain relievers you can get. Get a package of frozen peas, put it over the area. If you have an arthritic animal, a heat lamp, you know, a warm bed, something like that. Those are very easy, natural, safe things that you can do. Just make sure that if it's a heating pad, that the animal can move off of it without getting burned.
Well, we're out of time, but I want to do real quick. Tell me a little bit about each of these. How old are they?
These little guys are little over 9 weeks old. They were born on March 20th. The daddy was an Italian Greyhound. I think I brought him on one of the Pet Talks. Yeah, Rojo. This is his last fling, so to speak. and the mama, who's going to be fixed, is a little toy dachshund. 5 of them. 2 of them have already been adopted. They're not ready to go yet.
They just can be adopted.
They can be spoken for, yes.
Well, if you'd like to learn more about them, go ahead.
I was just saying, this is a boy, there's a girl, so you can choose.
All right. Just call Tommy, make sure you give her time to get home, and there is a fee, of course, to have them neutered and spayed. But other than that, take home this little guy. All right, we'll be back in a moment.